फ्लिपकार्ट की डील हुई है ये बिल्कुल इलीगल है, इमोरल है, अनैतिक है और भारत के करोड़ों छोटे दुकानदारों के हित में नहीं है।
This Flipkart Walmart deal is totally illegal deal. FDI e-commerce is not allowed in this country.
Yes, I agree with the Swadeshi Jagran Manch that if the Flipkart can't run its show, then the government should arrange for some Indian party to take it over.
With the advantages visibly overpowering the objections raised by the RSS affiliate, it's all too clear that the Swadeshi Jagran Manch has either missed the point entirely.
The Walmart deal with Flipkart buying the controlling stake has raised the controversy. As you can see, a protest was being shown in front of Taj Mahal against Walmart because one of its people was staying over here at Taj Mahal.
Or it is yet another of its political tools to meet the son's vested interests. Bureau Report, News X.
Alright, the big questions that we are in fact asking on X Factor tonight. Flipkart was in fact owned by global investors. Is the Swadeshi Jagran Manch correct in terming its sale of an Indian company? The second big question comes to mind is that Make in India aims to woo big ticket manufacturing. How does Flipkart Walmart deal impact the program? The other big question, are there no safeguards for mom and pop shops in the present policy? And lastly, is the Swadeshi Jagran Manch politicizing a pure corporate deal based on mutual commercial interest? That's the big question we are asking on X Factor. We have with us, we will have representatives from both the BJP as well as Congress and also the CPI, because this of course is a classic case where the right-wing economic think tank and the left are united in opposing this deal. And of course, the jury is still out on whether or not it will have its economic benefits or not. But let's open this up and first start with Ashwini Mahajan of the Swadeshi Jagran Manch here with us in the studio. Ashwini ji, मुझे सबसे पहले आपसे ये पूछना है कि how do you say that this is an Indian company that is being sold? That's the first question I have. If you see the Flipkart shareholding pattern, except for 16.5% that was owned by other entities and another 11% that was owned by the promoters, everything else was foreign funds. It was Tiger, who's a New York-based private equity fund. It was SoftBank, which is Japanese fund. It is Naspers, which is South African fund. And then, of course, eBay as well. So how is it an Indian company in the first place?
What we have said is that this deal is illegal because there is no provision of FDI in e-commerce in this country.
100% e-commerce, FDI is allowed in e-commerce.
I object to this.
You have an objection.
You don't understand and you don't know.
No, what I don't understand?
Yeah.
You tell me, what am I not understanding?
That's what I'm saying. You don't know the rules.
What is the rule?
Yes, I tell you. E-commerce FDI is not allowed in this country. What has happened?
How is Amazon set up base? Is Amazon illegal in this country?
You don't want to listen?
No, I'm listening. I'm just asking you a question, sir.
You see, you first listen to me,
okay,
and then you start asking. Okay? We objected for the first time in 2016 that since e-commerce FDI is not allowed in this country, how this Amazon, how these other companies are operating and offering price discounts, because of which our small shopkeepers...
Alright, I'm sorry Mr. Mahajan, you need a lesson or two in trying to understand what the FDI policy is right now.
Okay,
I will talk now. I will talk Mr. Mahajan for 5 seconds. I will talk, I will clarify something. There is something called an online marketplace, which is e-commerce, and there is something called actual retail, where FDI is not allowed in multi-brand retail. Walmart tried to enter India in 2007. In 2013, it finally gave up because the policy did not allow it to enter. That is physical retail, Mr. Mahajan, physical retail, where you set up shops.
Let me tell you.
Not online marketplace. Amazon is here because it is legal. I'm sorry, sir. That is a simple fact that you have to understand.
Okay.
I will not counter you. I will get Sanjay Verma to counter. Sanjay Verma of the BJP is here with us on the show. Sanjay Verma, Ashwini Mahajan of the Swadeshi Jagran Manch says that Amazon and like now, in fact now Walmart are absolutely illegal entities in this country.
You have not allowed me to complete.
No, I asked you a simple question.
But you have not allowed me to complete.
Okay, go ahead, complete.
Yes. This has happened for the first time in
Can you please ask him to keep quiet?
Go ahead, Sanju.
I cannot scream over him.
Sanju, go ahead.
No, it's not that. Let me first answer your question.
I think Gauri, I think, please keep quiet, sir. You will get your turn. Please keep quiet. You will get your turn. Listen to me. Listen to what I have to say. First of all, let me make it very clear to you that your facts are misplaced. Point number one. Point number two, Amazon has in the last many years put in close to $10 billion into the country.
Thank God, it's Sanju Verma who's saying it. If I was saying it, Ashwini Mahajan said I had my facts wrong. Go ahead.
Has bought a Rosneft, Gauri's facts are absolutely right on this, Mr. Mahajan. And to corroborate what she said, the likes of Rosneft have invested 49% stake in SR Oil for $13 billion. There's the Vodafone Idea merger. Then you have Lafarge Holcim, which has bought out completely ACC and Gujarat Ambuja. So I think you need to understand that foreign direct investment is welcome. That is precisely the reason we've pulled in more than $210 billion in the last 4.5 years of the Modi government's dispensation. Point number two, you need to understand that in this case, while there will not be any direct FDI inflow into the country, and Walmart and Flipkart will continue as independent entities, there is an exchange of shares to the tune of 56%, because 56% of the shareholding is based outside of India, given that Flipkart India Private Limited's holding company is based in Singapore.
Absolutely.
So there is no law which is being breached. Point number four, for everybody who says that there is a sellout to global giants, please understand, for every 1 crore that comes into the retail industry in India.
Alright. Okay. So, Ashwini Mahajan, it is not me who's correcting you. It is Sanju Verma. You refuse to believe when I said it.
Okay. If 10 people start saying the wrong thing, that doesn't mean that it will become.
So you're still saying that Amazon is illegal in this country?
You have not allowed me to complete.
Go ahead, complete.
You have not allowed me to complete.
Let's see your facts. Go ahead.
You see, I told you that we objected to this, that e-commerce is not, FDI e-commerce is not allowed in this country, and therefore they should be closed down. Then these companies approached the Commerce Ministry and they said that we are not e-commerce companies, we are platforms. Then we asked this question, then if they are platforms, how are they offering discounts? Because platforms cannot offer discounts. Then let me tell you, then Ministry of Commerce came out with guidelines about the discounts. They said that you cannot offer price distorting discounts. Then what these companies did, they found a roundabout method in which they started forming B2B companies, business to business, and they started giving discounts at the business to business.
No, but that is a separate issue. I understand what you're saying. No, Ashwini Mahajan, I've understood what you're saying.
E-commerce में FDI allowed नहीं है, आप इस बात को रेखांकित कर दीजिए.
Okay, FDI में e-commerce में FDI allowed नहीं है is what you are saying, Mr. Mahajan. But unfortunately, I refuse to believe that Amazon and now Walmart are illegal entities in India. As per my facts, 100% FDI is allowed.
You get your facts corrected because it is the position of the government that they are platform companies. Therefore, they are allowed.
Let me come in. I got disconnected. For every 1 crore that comes into Indian retail, let me complete. For every 1 crore investment that comes into Indian retail, there is a rule of thumb which says that 7 jobs are created. You're talking of a deal close to $20 billion at which Flipkart has been valued by Walmart. Actually, 1,35,000 crores.
So, okay, this is very interesting. Okay, Sanju, I have to interrupt you there. Sanju Verma, give me 5 seconds.
100,000 jobs will be created.
Give me 5 seconds.
100,000 jobs.
Give me 5 seconds, Sanju. I want to comment on this, on the fact.
We create 1 crore jobs directly and indirectly.
Alright, I want to comment on this, that there is a clear dichotomy of thought.
Please get your facts right.
Alright, yes, get your facts right, I agree. But there is a clear dichotomy of thought and a complete, diametrically opposite views of Swadeshi Jagran Manch, who says that these entities are violating law, this is unethical, this is immoral, this is illegal, and so on and so forth. And we have the BJP spokesperson, corroborating what I said at the beginning of this program, point number one, Flipkart is an entity owned by funds around the world. So how do you really say that it's an Indian company and it's a sellout of an Indian company? Point number two, how are these companies actually violating law? But nevertheless, interesting that both of them stand on separate viewpoints. Mohammed Khan of the Congress, come in on this.
Well, this is one of those occasions when one is simply happy and content to sit back and listen. I don't know if the BJP spokesperson was aware that she was lecturing in terms of banalities a strong supporter, a group of people who have stood by them in the toughest of times. It is true that arrogance does come to a head when one is in power. But there are important questions here, Gauri. The legalities aside, I'm not going to get into the legalities.
About what I said.
They would have crossed the T's and dotted the I's.
But I need to
There was nothing arrogant. It was certainly a lot ignorant about what
when
was
the
said.
Tatas bought a Jaguar Land Rover.
No, Mohammed, she was stating the facts. Let's come back to the larger picture.
Did anybody complain? So please don't,
Gauri, can I answer this? Maybe doesn't let anyone speak.